Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so today we're working on this old Briggs & Stratton 3 horsepower engine here, and it's to drive this. I think it's either a water pump or a water pressure tester. I'm not really sure, but this seems to look like it sat out in the elements a while. The owner said it won't start. Right off the bat, the gas smells pretty bad in it. I popped off the air filter, but that doesn't really look too bad. I checked the oil in it. It's supposed to be down to like the bottom of the threads here, but it's a little below that. But I think we have enough oil in here to start this thing up, to try to start it up anyway. And what I'm going to do next is I'll set the camera up on the tripod here, and we'll pull the spark plug out and see what that looks like. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold my hand over the inlet here and blow some of this stuff off. But this thing really looks like it sat out in the elements a while. So we'll see if it fires. I'll prime it. We'll check the plug. I'll prime it, and I'm definitely going to pull this cover off to make sure that no mice or anything nested in there, or whatever else could have nested in there. But alright, so let me set this thing up and I'll pull the spark plug off and we'll see what's going on with that. Alright, so I'll put my hand over the carburetor inlet, and I already kicked the camera. Sorry about the noise. I know the compressor is going to kick on. I forgot to switch it off. Alright, that's good. Okay. Let me make sure you're still in view. Alright. I already set up the spark plug socket for this. I think it's a 3/4 socket we'll be using to yank this plug out here. He obviously tried to start it, but I'm still going to pour some 2-stroke mix down in here, and I want to see if we get it to fire a little bit. The spark plug's black. As you could see, I'll just give it a quick little brush off with the wire brush. Okay, let me go get some 2-stroke and we'll put some in there. I think this is still flammable. Might be a little old, I don't know. Let's give it a couple of pulls this way. You want to pull it slow, because sometimes when I was compressing, you'll get splashed in the face. Should I be brave and see if it's got spark? Maybe we will check to see if it's got some spark. With the way my eyes are, I would have to go back on the camera to say. I don't know. At any rate, let's see if we can get this thing to fire a little bit here. I'll put the plug back in. The gas smells horrible, in case I didn't mention that. So, I don't know when the last time this thing ran. I don't know if these have points or electronic ignition. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, so it starts. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Even though I blew this off, it still has a lot of junk in here. It's probably in the shroud. I'm sure something nested in here. Well, I'm not 100% sure. We're going to take this cover off and see what's going on in there first. Here, and I think we need a 3/8 socket I'll use. Here, we'll pull this cover off. I don't have anything to suck the gas tank out. That would be nice if I did. I don't know whether to just drain the oil and just flip this thing over and get the gas out. I might do that. Since it runs, we might as well change the oil on it. So, alright, so let me get set up with a 3/8 socket on the ratchet here, and we'll go on and take that cover off and see if there's any surprises in there right now. Okay, so already it looks like we're not going to be able to get these cover bolts out without busting the bolts off, and we don't want to do that. But we really have no reason to go in here anyway because we know it has spark. But I just wanted to check in there and make sure that everything was clean in there. But I think we're just going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop this gas tank down. I have to blow this off again. I'm going to drop the gas tank off it, and I think we'll just end up dumping the gas that's in here out and try some fresh gas and see if we can get it to run. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to attack this differently. What I did was, I don't know if it'll help, but I brought the engine up on compression stroke. I'm going to take the cap off, and I have a pan on the ground here. I'm just going to tilt the engine and try to get as much of the fuel out as I can. And maybe I'll flush it out with a little brake clean or something to the gas tank. And then we'll put some fresh gas in it and see if we can get it running. I can see 3 of the bolts here that hold the gas tank to the carburetor. But then I know there's got to be another bolt under here. I can't see how to get to that without maybe having to take the muffler off. I don't feel like getting too involved in this because I know it's a rust bucket. I know it might be a pain to do anything to this thing. So I'm just going to take my chances here, and I'll tilt this thing back, and I'll check the oil again, and we'll put some fresh gas in it, and I'll clean this thing out, the tank out the best I could. Because this gas really stinks. This thing sat for quite a while. Not crazy about doing this way. Oh my God, where do you guys see this gas? I gotta get the camera so you can see it. You gotta see this. Oh my God, does it stink? Holy crap. You could probably see the color of it right on camera here. Oh man. Check this out, guys. Look at this. I think I'm just going to put a little fresh gas in there and try to swoosh it around a little bit and dump it out. Man, is that gas horrible. Oh. And stink? Wow. Well, I'm really low on gas. I'm going to pour the rest of this 2-stroke that I have in this container here that I use to prime stuff. I'll pour that in there. You know how much we hate going to the gas station and buy gas these days. But no, I'm going to have to go anyway. It's just that I don't have enough gas on hand. I got just enough to put in here to see where you get this thing to start. Now, I got a couple of drops in there anyway. Maybe we'll add a little brake clean in there too, and I'll swish it around. Try that. You hate using any petroleum products these days. Another thing too, I can't run this thing too long without hooking water up to it. So, if this thing fires up after we put a little fuel in it, I'll have to hook up the water to it, warm it up real good, and at least change the oil on it. Let me see if I turn the camera back on. Yeah. So I just swish that around a little bit and then we'll pour that out. Try to get it somewhat clean. The less I have to take apart on this, the better, because everything is rusted. Alright, we'll dump this out and I'll put some fresh gas in it. We'll give it a whirl. Oh, that was a close one. Alright, so it came out pretty good this time here. Get it on the table a little better here. Let's see now. I'll check the oil again just to make sure there's some oil in it so we can start it up. I don't think any oil came out or anything like that. I think we're pretty good with that. Yeah, it's still got enough oil in it for us to just start it. If anything, this video is going to be the steps you want to take if you got an engine that's been sitting around for a while. I guess we'll use the rest of the gas here. I have to go get gas. The gas prices did come down, so it's not too bad. It's either in the real low 4s or the high 3s. I'm not really sure. Even the high 3s, you hate to go buy gas. It's ridiculous. Too much gas is in there. Sometimes these things here don't pick up until you have quite a bit of gas. But we do have quite a bit of gas in here. It's about a quarter of the tank. So if I get this thing to run on its own, I'll hook up the water and I'll kind of like almost run this out of gas and then put some more fresh gas in it. Might have to prime it, I don't know. But we'll begin by choking it first and see where we stand here. This is how you shut this off. It has this metal bracket here. You ground that on the spark plug. Let's see, let's try it. So far, no dice. Try it without the choke. Now we'll choke it. Yeah, we're probably gonna end up having to take the carburetor off this time. God knows how much muck is in there. That gas probably sat in there for I don't know how many years. It probably got everything all gunked up in the carburetor here. Yeah, no, she won't have it. She doesn't want to have it. One more time, and then that's it. And then we'll have to pull the carburetor off and do whatever we have to do here. They won't even ground out to shut off. It's running way too high of RPM, way too high. That was running full squirt. Okay, so this is the, let me see if I can get you back over here a little bit. This was because of rust, I would say. Okay, what happened was, your engine always starts up on full throttle, right? And that's where the governor comes in. So when you start the engine up on full throttle, the governor will pull it back down. Now this was stuck all the way open, but not stuck that bad, just stuck enough to where the governor wouldn't pull the throttle down. So I think that's okay now. But I hate to keep starting this thing up without hooking up water. But when we start it up one more time, it seemed to run on its own right now. And I don't know. We'll take it from there. And this shut off here lever doesn't do anything. It won't ground the plug out. And this is all loose in here. I might be able to fix that with a little cleaning, and I'll crimp this down a little bit. Otherwise I'll have to shut it off with a screwdriver. Just ground it and kill it. Alright, let's try it one more time. There we go, that's more like it. That's more like it. So that's another thing you got to watch out for, guys. When you get an engine like this, it's been sitting a long time, make sure to throttle. That's my mistake. I should have checked for that and make sure the throttle was operating correctly. As far as the air filter goes here, there's really nothing wrong with it. I'll just take the cover off here. I'll just blow it out a little bit and stick that back on. But we really don't have to do anything more to this, except I'll let it run. And I'll change the oil. Well, you know, of course I'll hook up the water. I'll let it run, let it get warmed up, change the oil on it, let it run low on gas, put fresh gas in it. I don't know if he's going to be using this or it's going to sit again. I'm going to have to ask him. Otherwise, I'll just drain the gas back out. So, all right. I'm sorry there was really nothing more to this video, but we did get it running without doing really much of anything. But you know the steps you have to take, what to check. You know, when you get a lawnmower, anything, pressure washer, any kind of small engine, 2-cycle engines, check all this stuff that we went over and I checked first. And then it'll be good. The main thing you want to do is always check the oil though. That's like the first thing you want to do. And we can't get this cover off, which I would have loved to, but we're not going to press our luck and bust any bolts off here. So, okay, so I hope somebody got something out of this. I hope it helps somebody out someday. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one. Take care and stay safe.